Gypsy Rose Blanchard's story is one of shocking twists and turns. Born in 1991, Gypsy's early life seemed ordinary on the surface, but behind closed doors a dark secret lurked. Gypsy's mother, Dee Dee, suffered from Munchausen syndrome by proxy. This meant she fabricated and exaggerated her daughter's illnesses for attention and sympathy. Dee Dee subjected Gypsy to a horrific ordeal. Countless unnecessary medical procedures, forced wheelchair use, and a fabricated age were just the tip of the iceberg. Gypsy lived a life controlled by her mother's lies. She was a prisoner in her own home. Years passed before cracks began to appear in Dee Dee's carefully constructed facade. As Gypsy entered her teenage years, she craved freedom and independence. The internet became her window to the outside world. It was there she met Nicholas Godejohn, a young man who would change the course of her life forever. Their online relationship quickly intensified, fueled by Gypsy's desperation to escape her mother's control. In June 2015, tragedy struck the Blanchard household. Dee Dee was found brutally murdered in her bed. The community was left reeling in shock and disbelief. As the investigation unfolded, a sinister plot came to light. Gypsy, along with her online boyfriend Nicholas Godejohn, had orchestrated Dee Dee's murder. Gypsy, desperate for freedom, had convinced Godejohn to kill her mother. He stabbed Dee Dee multiple times, ending the reign of manipulation and abuse. The news of Gypsy's involvement sent shockwaves through the media and public. How could a young woman portrayed as chronically ill and vulnerable commit such a heinous act? The trial that followed was nothing short of sensational. Gypsy's case captivated the nation, raising complex questions about abuse, manipulation, and the criminal justice system. The prosecution painted Gypsy as a master manipulator, while the defense argued she was a victim driven to desperate measures. In 2016, Gypsy accepted a plea deal, acknowledging her role in her mother's murder. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Behind bars, Gypsy began to rebuild her life. She focused on her education and participated in therapy, finally free from her mother's control. Gypsy's story continued to captivate the public, inspiring documentaries, television series, and countless articles. Her case sparked conversations about Munchausen syndrome by proxy, a relatively unknown form of abuse. After serving 8 years of her sentence, Gypsy was released from prison in December 2023. Upon her release, Gypsy was met with a mixture of support and skepticism. She returned to her home state of Louisiana, determined to start a new chapter. She embraced social media, connecting with supporters and sharing her story with the world. Her following grew rapidly, with millions drawn to her resilience and determination. Gypsy's life after prison has been marked by both joy and challenges. She married Ryan Scott Anderson, whom she met through a prison pen pal program. However, the marriage was short-lived, ending in divorce in early 2024. She later reconnected with Ken Erker, a former pen pal and fiancé. In December 2024, Gypsy and Ken welcomed a daughter, Aurora. Motherhood has become Gypsy's primary focus, and she is determined to provide her daughter with a loving and stable upbringing she never had. While Gypsy has stepped back from the public eye to focus on her family, she remains committed to raising awareness about Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Gypsy's story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Despite enduring years of abuse and manipulation, she has emerged as a beacon of hope for others. Through her advocacy work, she hopes to prevent other children from suffering the same fate she did. Gypsy's journey is far from over. She is determined to create a brighter future for herself, her daughter, and all victims of abuse.